The Kansas City Chiefs have made a surprising roster decision that immediately captured the attention of analysts and supporters. The announcement involved the release of a respected veteran whose presence had shaped multiple seasons of strategic development. The move emerged without prior signals, creating a wave of speculation about internal evaluations and shifting priorities. Early reports suggest the organization sought structural adjustments, emphasizing long-term planning rather than short-term familiarity. The decision reflects a franchise willing to reconsider established roles, even when those roles carry emotional weight. This moment marks a turning point, prompting questions about leadership direction and competitive strategy. Understanding the context surrounding this release is essential to appreciating its influence on team identity and future performance. The repercussions extend far beyond a single roster change. The released player carried a reputation built on consistency, discipline, and reliability. His contributions spanned several critical seasons, during which he demonstrated professional composure and adaptability. Although not always the most celebrated figure on the roster, he consistently delivered performances that shaped key moments. Coaches valued his understanding of complex systems, and younger teammates benefited from his steady influence. His background reveals the significance of his departure, highlighting why the decision resonated strongly within the organization. Analysts often described him as a bridge between eras, connecting evolving strategies with dependable execution. His journey illustrates how experience contributes to team stability. Examining his history clarifies why the news generated immediate discussion about the balance between veteran presence and the pursuit of future-oriented development within a competitive environment. The reasoning behind the release appears linked to shifting priorities within the team's internal framework. Management reportedly evaluated roster flexibility, financial considerations, and developmental opportunities for emerging athletes. The organization aims to reshape specific positions, creating space for younger players to assume larger roles. Analysts suggest the decision reflects an emphasis on long-term durability rather than maintaining familiar personnel solely for continuity. Strategic evolution requires difficult choices, and this move seems aligned with broader objectives centered on adaptability and depth. While the timing surprised many, the rationale demonstrates a commitment to recalibrating structure before pressure intensifies later in the season. Understanding these motivations provides clarity, showing the decision was not abrupt, but part of a calculated effort to strengthen resilience and redefine expectations across multiple units on the roster. Reactions within the locker room reportedly ranged from quiet reflection to thoughtful conversations about change. Teammates respected the veteran's presence and acknowledged his contributions, making the transition emotionally complex. Leadership members addressed concerns by emphasizing transparency, stability, and collective focus. Coaches encouraged athletes to view the moment as part of the evolving nature of professional sports, where adjustments often shape the path forward. Younger players expressed appreciation for the guidance they had received, recognizing the influence the veteran had on their development. The atmosphere blended gratitude with determination, illustrating how teams navigate unexpected shifts while maintaining cohesion. Understanding the internal response highlights the human dimension of roster decisions, reminding observers that structural changes carry emociones, resonance alongside strategic implications for the organization's long-term progression. The public response developed rapidly, spreading through discussions across forums, broadcasts, and social platforms. Supporters expressed surprise, disappointment, and curiosity about the organization's reasoning. Many highlighted the veterans' stability, while others pointed to the need for ongoing evolution. The release prompted debates about performance analytics, coaching direction, and future roster planning. Emotional reactions underscored the strong connection between fans and long-standing players whose consistency builds trust. Analysts observed that the decision sparked broader conversations about how franchises balance loyalty with competitiveness. The reaction reflects the complex relationship between supporters and team identity, especially when admired figures depart unexpectedly. This moment demonstrates how roster decisions extend beyond the field, influencing perceptions, expectations, and the emotional landscape surrounding a prominent professional organization with a dedicated audience. Media coverage examined the release through multiple perspectives, focusing on strategic implications, leadership philosophy, and potential ripple effects. Analysts evaluated the decision using historical patterns, contractual considerations, and performance trajectories. Commentary highlighted how organizations must regularly reassess long-term plans, even when decisions affect respected veterans. Some reports framed the move as proactive, emphasizing modernization and adaptability, while others questioned whether timing aligned with overall objectives. The discussion showcased how media narratives shape public understanding, transforming a roster change into a broader examination of organizational identity. Each interpretation contributed to a layered perspective, demonstrating how professional sports operate within a complex ecosystem of analysis, expectation, and strategic scrutiny. This coverage emphasized that the release served as a lens for evaluating leadership decisions across evolving competitive landscapes. Strategically, the departure creates opportunities for emerging players to gain experience and expand their roles. Coaches now have increased flexibility when designing schemes that rely on speed, innovation, and adaptability. The change may alter practice dynamics, shifting responsibilities and intensifying competition among younger athletes seeking to secure long-term positions. Analysts suggest the move signals a transition toward a more versatile roster configuration, enabling adjustments across multiple phases of play. The team's future performance could reflect these shifts, highlighting how strategic recalibration influences execution and resilience. By releasing an established veteran, the organization reinforces its commitment to long-term development. Understanding these developments clarifies why a seemingly singular decision carries significant consequences for structural refinement, competitive identity, and the evolving philosophy guiding the team's performance objectives. The release opens pathways for rising players who have awaited meaningful opportunities to demonstrate capability. Coaches can now evaluate athletes with fresh energy, diverse skill sets, and potential to redefine positional expectations. Increased responsibilities accelerate development, allowing players to adapt to professional demands more rapidly. Analysts believe this transition fosters innovation, encouraging individuals to approach challenges with initiative and determination. The shift also cultivates internal competition, sharpening focus and raising performance standards across the roster. Understanding these opportunities reveals how organizational decisions create space for evolution. By promoting emerging talent, the franchise strengthens its foundation, preparing for future seasons with renewed depth. This moment underscores the importance of development pipelines, emphasizing how strategic openings enable discovery of new contributors capable of shaping a team's long-term direction. Long-term implications extend across stability, recruitment, and competitive strategy. The decision signals a willingness to prioritize adaptability, demonstrating the organization's commitment to preparing for future challenges rather than relying on past structure. This approach influences how incoming athletes perceive opportunity, reinforcing the franchise's dedication to merit-based advancement. Analysts suggest that measured evolution preserves flexibility, enabling the team to respond effectively to changing conditions throughout upcoming seasons. Such moves often define organizational character, shaping resilience and identity during transitional periods. Understanding these implications illustrates how franchise decisions echo beyond immediate headlines, influencing developmental pathways, resource allocation, and long-term strategic direction. The release becomes P12's art of a broader narrative focused on strengthening future competitiveness while maintaining the group's core principles and professional standards. The release of the veteran marks a significant chapter in the team's ongoing evolution. It reflects a decision shaped by strategic calculation, organizational philosophy, and long-term vision. Although unexpected, the move underscores the challenging nature of maintaining competitive excellence. Roster shifts often reveal deeper themes of adaptation, resilience, and renewal. In this case, the departure symbolizes both gratitude for past contributions and recognition of future opportunity. The organization now progresses into a phase defined by emerging talent, structural refinement, and renewed purpose. This moment stands as a reminder that professional sports continually evolve, shaped by decisions that balance emotion with strategy. The long-term outcome will reveal how this pivotal choice contributes to the franchise's broader journey and enduring identity.